So originally I didn't want to give them money back to them. So instead I'm like, oh, I'll give you a coupon for 99% off.
I know where
Didn't know that makes this review not a verified purchase. Moral of the story is that like I've made a crap ton of mistakes.
So tell us who you are and tell us about yourself.
So I'm Daniel. I'm currently in university for kinesiology. I was kind of always hoping to grow up, become like a doctor, something like that. But obviously, once I got into university, I realized shit, that's hard. Wait, can I swear?
Yeah, just swear.
Okay. My parents kind of hard, so I decided that I'll kind of like lower it down. But I'm still definitely looking for a 9-to-5 type of thing in my life. And yeah.
So you're still looking for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about what you're doing with Amazon and how you've heard about Amazon and why you decided, since you are looking for maybe something else, why you decided to, pursue Amazon also.
So I was at the library like 3-4 months ago, and I just ran into a couple of friends from high school who were starting off their Amazon FBA. And I was just talking to them, kind of like getting a feel for it. And I came upon like Yaniv's videos, and I watched a couple of them. I'm like, oh, these are interesting. And it just so happened that right around the time that Yaniv was starting up, my university went on strike, and I had like a 3-month period where I didn't have any school. And I decided, hey, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. I could use a little passive income.
Were you ever afraid of like this thing being like too good to be true kind of, or like kind of being sketched out about maybe this whole thing? Did you ever feel something like that?
I wasn't sketched out about it. I was just worried about mostly just losing money. But at the end of the day, my investment was like $3,000-4,000. And I thought about, I'm like, you know what, when I'm 35, like, is it $3,000-4,000 really gonna be that big of a deal? So I'm like, why not just try it? About the whole, like, is it just a sketchy thing? Is this like a get-rich-quick scheme? Like, I was never worried about that because my family friends were even talking about it. So it didn't seem like some kind of scheme of any sort. It just seemed like something that you needed to put the time and effort in to get the reward.
You weren't scared, or you weren't sketched out of, but you were scared about putting in the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just worried about like losing my money, yeah.
So what made you like overcome that fear of like losing your money? Because I remember when I was first starting, like I also my first product, I think was like I spent like $3,500 or something like that for everything together, pictures, product, all that stuff, shipping, and I was very scared to actually also pull that trigger. So what helps you overcome, that whole thing?
It's just kind of like the mentality of how I look at life. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, let's go out, and your friends will say, oh, I don't really have the money to go out because whatever, like money's tight. But I'm very much like, I'm young right now, I can make mistakes. Once I get older, even though I'm getting a 9-to-5, these $3,000-4,000 that I'm investing into Amazon won't really mean anything in the grand scheme of it. So that's why I didn't really have a problem just investing my money into it.
So you came into it with like a clear head where it's like the risk reward ratio was worth it for you.
For me, it's like worst case scenario, I lose $4,000, and when I'm 30, it's gonna be, or like 35, it's gonna be like, oh, this was an experience. Like, remember that time I tried Amazon FBA? Like, wasn't that fun?
Oh, that was a funny time.
And at the end of the day, you learn something from it.
Yeah, like you learn something from it.
So when you did first start, I'm assuming tell us about how you found your product and like how that whole process went for you when you actually did end up starting.
Yeah, so definitely made a lot of mistakes. I was watching other people, but watched mostly Yaniv just because his videos were like a lot more comprehensive. And like there was a lot of like beating around the bush. He's like, this is how you do it, this is what you do, here you go. So I watched mostly his videos. I did the product research through like Jungle Scout, he was originally showing. And just like I found a couple products, and I got fairly far into the stages where I was about to like launch my product, and then I would realize, oh crap, like this isn't a good product. Like I remember one of my first products was a derma roller,
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
Classic Amazon
classic.
product.
The funny
Amazon
part is,
product.
if you guys don't know, derma rollers are actually banned.
Yeah.
You can't actually sell derma rollers. So if any of you guys are, thinking, oh wow, these derma rollers look so good.
They look so good.
They
No,
look
I'm
like
not gonna lie.
amazing product.
Even I looked at
They
derma
look
rollers
so
back
good.
in the day. A year ago, I was looking at
You
derma
do
rollers.
it, and you're like, wow, everyone on this derma roll is making like 20,000 a month. Like this is such a good product.
I'll put up some like Jungle Scout images for you guys. Wow, it's so good. Derma rollers are banned. Derma rollers are actually banned by the FDA, so
Yeah.
you can't even sell them in the U.S. without like FDA clearance. So you started with the derma roller.
So that was my first product. I was talking to the manufacturer and everything was good because to me, my idea was all these other people are selling it, so I never even thought of maybe this product's banned or maybe I'm not allowed to sell it on Amazon because there's so many listings for them.
The funny part is, my first product
Was a derma
also
roller?
my first product was also a derma roller. No, my first product was was also
Banned.
like not banned, but it was affected as a basically it was incorrectly categorized as a restricted product, and yours actually was a restricted product. So I'm assuming, I don't know what happened, but you probably stopped selling it. For me, I had a very similar experience where I had to actually fight Amazon to show them that this is not a restricted product, and I also went through this whole struggle where it was like, how am I going to sell this if it's not allowed to be sold on Amazon? So anyways, tell us about the derma roller, and was it a restricted product? What did Amazon tell you?
Yeah, so luckily I didn't actually get my shipment. I created my listing like the day before I was ordering my shipment.
That's why you
And
create
as-
dummy listings always.
Yeah.
I don't know if people probably know about this now. This wasn't a huge thing before, but you have to create dummy listings. You have to create listings where you have all your keywords, all your features, everything about the product, and then basically what I'm assuming happened is Amazon took that.
Yeah,
list.
the next day Amazon sent me an email. I was like, you cannot do this.
You're not selling this. So that essentially what you did there, whether you knew it or not, is you created a dummy listing
Yeah.
where you tested, you put the keywords, I'm guessing, you put all the features, and,
Yeah.
and then Amazon's like, nah, fam, you're not selling it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't do
exactly.
this. So that you didn't even know you were making it, but you were making a dummy listing for that.
And like it was really lucky I didn't spend any money on it because I was already talking. I was about to make my order. Like I got my what's it called? Fuck, I'm gonna make a blank. My tester kit, not a tester kit. What's it called? When you get one.
A sample.
Yeah, sample there. I even ordered a sample. I got it shipped. And I'm like, okay, like this thing's sick. Like it looks good. I had like a bunch of different ones shipped to me, so I'm like, okay, I want it to be this one because the quality's slightly better and these colors are slightly better. So I put like quite a bit of work in it, and obviously the sample cost money because I had to pay shipping.
$50.
Something like that. No, I think it was like 75 even.
You got
Did
scammed.
you ever notice that none of the listings
I can't
were
remember exactly how
primed?
much it was.
And none of the derma roller
You know why?
listings were
I
primed?
didn't
Because
even
let me
notice
tell
that.
you,
Yeah.
That's
know
when
why?
I was looking at derma rollers a year ago as well. I noticed one thing, that none of the listings had Prime
You know why?
because they're banned.
Because
doesn't
Amazon
want
when
to
it's an
take-
Amazon
yeah.
Prime, when it's an Amazon Prime, they take those listings down a lot quicker than when it's not Prime, because I guess they have more liability to the product if it is Prime, because they're holding it in their warehouse, they're delivering the products for you. So when it's a primed listing, they care about it a lot more. So that's why some of the listings in the derma roller aren't actually primed, and they can still continue to sell because they're selling illegally through their own distribution centers. So yeah, definitely something to watch out for. If there's a lot of people making good money with a product that is not primed, it could be either that the product is sketchy or there's something wrong with it. So be careful with stuff like that. So tell us, okay, so you got the sample, you put in your work, and then what'd you do after once you realized that Amazon wasn't gonna
Yeah,
let
as soon
you
as I
sell?
realized that wasn't gonna happen, I'm like, all right, time to start product research again.
So you didn't actually pull the trigger on the shipment.
What do you mean?
Like you didn't pay
yes,
money,
no,
you didn't do
I
anything.
didn't order it.
Okay,
I-
but you were about to order.
Yeah, and they kept emailing me for the next few days, be like, hey, what happened to you? Like, are you sure you don't want this shipment? Like, plenty of other people still sell it on Amazon. Like, I'm sure you could find a workaround. That's what
They don't
kept
really
saying.
care, right?
Yeah,
They
they
just
don't
want
care. They
you-
just want your money. So then I started doing some product research again, and I had just finished watching your video on how you said that you'd rather have 10 products that are like 2K
2K,
a
3K,
month.
5K.
Yeah, versus one product that's like 10K or 15K a month, because that's what everybody's looking for.
Yeah.
So that's when I switched my search options a little bit on Jungle Scout, and I came across this product that was incredibly new. There was only one seller selling it, and I'm like, this seems like a fairly good idea. of a product, and I went out onto Alibaba, and there was only one supplier. And I'm like, all right, let's make it happen. I tried to get it going as quick as I could because it seemed like a really, really good opportunity because this one person was making some good money.
How much were they making at the time?
I think like 8K a month.
Yeah,
so it was actually not bad.
So probably profiting around 4K.
Yeah, something like that.
That's good.
So I'm like, okay, this isn't bad as like a first product, and it was fairly cheap. I think it was like $360 a unit, which isn't like super cheap, but like I was comfortable.
And what was the actual like tell us about the profit margin. Like what was it selling for? What was your profit margin at the end of the thing? How
Yeah,
much
so when this first started, since he was the only seller, he was selling it for I believe $21.99. The product on Alibaba was about $3-4. And so after Amazon fees and shipping and all that, it ends up coming out to about $12 a unit.
So
but this guy was selling it for $22.
Okay.
By the time I actually got my shipment, because by the time they manufactured it, shipped it over to me, the market became a lot more saturated. And at this point, there's like 15 people selling this thing. And obviously the competition has brought down the price significantly to where the same person is now selling it for $16.99. So obviously my profit margins came down from what I originally thought they would be to more like 30% now, which is still like, it's okay.
It's still, that's just about where, you would want to go much lower than that. But see, that's the importance of like getting not only first to market, but if you are not first to market, you have to differentiate in a way, right? You have to think of something, or you have to add something, or you have to add some sort of value proposition, because otherwise, you're the same as everyone else, right?
Yeah.
Did you do anything like to get reviews quickly? Did you have any problems with getting reviews? How did you solve that issue? Because I know that a lot of people are having a ton of problems. I get questions all the time about how to get reviews and all that stuff. So tell us like your experience and what you did.
I had a huge problem getting reviews, but
because if you guys don't know, we are all in Canada. Like we all live in Canada, and we sell on the U.S. marketplace. You can basically sell on any marketplace, no matter where you are in the world. But we do sell on the U.S. marketplace because it has the most opportunity, the most people, the most shoppers. It's growing the fastest. So we are, just basically interested in providing, products in the U.S. market for now, at least. Mm-hmm. So it's very difficult for us because we need to get, reviews. Your first 5-10 reviews are usually from friends and family, which is not something that we have access to in the U.S. Yeah. So okay, go tell us about what you did.
So I wasn't able to get to like the recommended 7 to 10 reviews.
No.
I was able to get to 5 though, which I thought was fairly decent. I'm like, this is okay, especially because there weren't that many people selling this product. So
how long did it take you to get to 5 reviews?
Like a month.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
That's what
I did end up asking friends and family. Luckily, I had 5 people. Like I talked to my parents, and they're like in their 40s, 50s, so they were able to, ask their friends in the U.S. and whatever if they could just buy this really quick and like write a review for me. So that's how I got my initial reviews. But yeah, it was definitely challenging, and there was like things that I didn't know. So originally, I didn't want to give them money back to them. So instead, I'm like, I'll give you a coupon for 99% off.
I know where
didn't know that makes this review not a verified purchase.
That's exactly what it does. Yeah, if you give away, that's exactly what that does. Actually, yeah. So guys, you need to before you jump into this, I can't stress this enough. You need to either take a freaking course, watch every single piece of content that's out there, anything that was a very simple problem.
Yeah, the moral of the story is that I've made a crap ton of mistakes.
Yeah, that's I'm looking forward to hearing more about what other mistakes we made here. But that's definitely a huge mistake, because how did you then get them to rebuy it? Or did you lose those reviews? I
didn't. So he just posted it as a unverified review.
And are your reviews now unverified?
So 2 out of my so I had 5 reviews that were my own. I told them what to write, whatever. Yeah. 2 out of those 5 were not verified. 2 out of those 5 were not verified. One was that guy where I made the mistake, didn't make that mistake again. The second one was I was giving out my free 10-15 products a day to help launch.
How'd you do that?
Through the Facebook groups that you showed in your video. Also, they it's so easy. People snatch it up right away. You keep
especially when you're not looking for a review in exchange.
Exactly. If you put your like if you put the post on Facebook, 10 minutes later you'll have 20 people that message you, and I had to like take off the Facebook post because I would just keep getting messaged. And so one woman was nice enough to be like, hey, do you want me to write a review now? And I'm like, you know what, why not? Like,
That'd be awesome.
yeah, that'd be great. So she's another one of my non-verified reviews.
Okay. So did you ever get, because I know that unverified reviews and even verified reviews sometimes do get taken down, especially with this whole Amazon change in the review system. Did you ever have any reviews taken down?
I haven't had any reviews taken down, but the main competitor, and he was like absolutely destroying everyone else, like he was the one making,
How many reviews
like,
did he have?
He had originally started off with 11 back when I was looking at him, and that's why I decided to see the product. I'm like, oh, 11 reviews isn't that much. But he ended up making his way up to like 23 reviews within the last month or two. And he went from being like the top dog, making like 10K a month on this product, and everyone else was making like 2K. And now he's done. He has only one review left. Amazon
Everything got removed?
Yeah, Amazon came down on him hard and really fucked his shit up.
Yeah.
He's not even like on the first 5 pages anymore. Like I have to, like he had his name in his title, and I have to like physically search for his name in the like when I'm searching for the product.
So what happened? So what happened when he left? Like who took over that market? Who was now the number one guy? Or
So
like,
now
how
there's
did
like
that transition?
yeah, now there's like 2 people who are fighting for the number one.
And are you
spot.
one of those?
I was like a very, very close.
Yeah.
But and I was actually getting really happy with how things were going.
We'll talk about more of like what happened to your product in a little bit. But yeah, okay. So what happened? So those, what do you think they did to actually, overtake, I guess, that market?
Nothing. It's just that guy got knocked down. They didn't change anything.
No.
Right? Everything stayed the same. But since that guy got knocked down, they kind of automatically came up. Yeah. So another one of my big mistakes. This is probably my biggest mistake so far. This happened just a few days after things were going really well, and I just started talks with my manufacturer. Everybody had the exact same pictures for this product. So I did not make my own pictures. Of course. Like everyone has the same pictures. Our what's it called? Our manufacturer sent us pictures, and they were decent, and they were the exact same as everyone else had. And I'm like, all right, like these are my pictures. Everything was going well. I like edited them up a bit. Like I moved things around myself in Photoshop to make them more appealing than other sellers,
right?
Because they're from China. Their English was off because there'd be writing in some of the photos, and the English made no sense. Yep. So I fixed that up.
I'm very aware of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I fixed it all up, like made them really good quality. They were all 1,000 by 1,000, so they were zoomable. They looked good. They were high quality, and like I was really happy with it. And just one day, everybody in this product, all their pictures got taken down. So 5 out of my
copyright.
Yeah. 8 pictures got taken down by copyright because that one guy who used to be the alpha and got knocked down by Amazon is, I guess, now trying to knock everyone else down because everyone was using his photos.
And they all got copyright.
And everybody got copyright for it. I had a harder time like bouncing back from that because all of the other sellers are from China. They're just like quick, like picture snap, like uploaded new pictures right away, and I was kind of like, oh crap, like what do I do? Like I contacted one of my buddies who's in design, like Photoshop, media, that stuff, and I'm like, can you like whip something up for me really quick? Like I don't even have a main picture anymore that doesn't have a giant like person in it.
Yeah. So would you say that one of the biggest mistakes was not to get professional pictures?
Yeah, sure, I've got professional pictures.
Was that so? Is that like the like what you're getting at there?
Yeah, get professional pictures on it. Cost some money. I thought I wouldn't really need it because everyone had the exact same picture. I'm like,
well, see, that's almost why you need it.
Yeah, which
in the hindsight, it's almost why you need it, right?
Yeah. But I also felt like I edited my pictures a little bit. Like I wasn't too familiar with copyright laws or whatever Amazon's copyright laws are. So I'm like, oh, I edited things in these pictures. Like they look different. They look better than the competitors. So I thought everything was fine, but then obviously the majority of my pictures got taken down.
Yeah. So the thing is with pictures is that that's something you never cheap out on. That's something you never go over because you can always, it's an investment, right? The better the pictures, the higher your conversion rate, the more money you make. So it's almost like having pictures, like paying the $500 for pictures will make you infinitely more money in terms of just the increased conversion, increased differentiation, right? Perceived value of like those pictures. If everyone else has shitty pictures and you have good pictures, I mean, right? Like you have better pictures and unique pictures.
Yeah.
That right there just differentiates you from the rest of the people, right? Did you set any goals for yourself? Like, did you have any goals that you wanted to achieve by a certain time? Or
no, which is stupid. It's a mistake. Like you definitely do need to have goals, but my Amazon FBA mentality was very much like, let's just give it a try. Like, who cares? Like, why not try it out? Obviously, if you're going into it like more seriously, it would be a good idea to have goals written down. But yeah, I really didn't have any serious expectations on what I wanted out of it. I'm just gonna like give it a try, see how it goes, and take it from there.
Like, we went to high school together, so I'm actually gonna sit down with him and I'm gonna help him, like, kind of try to figure some stuff out, because Daniel did not take a course. So
Wish I did.
so he didn't take like, I don't have a course, but there are many courses out there, and there are many courses that are like, there are a ton of people who put out courses, and unfortunately, like, looking back at it, right, if you're gonna spend $4,000 on inventory, like, maybe
Spend a little more on a course.
Spend a
make
little
sure
more
you
on
don't
a course
make
and
any
make sure that
mistakes.
you don't make any mistakes, you're not missing anything, because
Yeah.
you probably made a lot of mistakes that maybe you could have avoided. Right?
Yeah,
So
100%.
if you guys are interested, I think we're going to be making, hopefully, we can make a update video where it's
Where
like,
I'm a millionaire.
where it's like, where Daniel's a millionaire, where the product is doing better, and like where we can, and we can maybe talk about like what we did to like try to make that product work and what we changed and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video for Daniel, and that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you next time.